this survey provided data that's speaking for the entire membership of the American College of Surgeons. So I think what it really helps us to do is for the ACS to speak with one voice on this issue. Now, all of the membership isn't going to agree on everything, but it provided us with some really valuable insights to not only how many members of the American College of Surgeons own firearms and how they store them, but what folks' feelings were about different policy strategies and research strategies to prevent firearm injury. I think it's important to first recognize this study for what it is. It's the biggest survey on firearm ownership and people's thoughts on firearm ownership and how to address the problem published to date. So this is a pretty significant study just in terms of its scope, first of all. Secondly, what this tells us is that a significant number of American surgeons that are members of the ACS, 42% to be exact, are firearm owners. So a significant number of American surgeons are gun owners. And then thirdly, I think it's important to acknowledge that while a majority of American surgeons store their firearms safely, there's a pretty significant subset that store their firearms unlocked and also unlocked and loaded.
This, we believe, is the largest survey of health professionals in published literature. And of the surgeons who responded, over 60% of them, irregardless of specialty, treat injured patients from firearms. So that was one surprising finding to me. And really, as we look at injury, any part of the body can be injured. And so when we really think about it, it's not surprising, but I think we were surprised by that. Number one, over 85% support the American College of Surgeons being right at the front line of solving this issue. When we look at policy initiatives, there's great concurrence that I'll just say broadly that people who are responsible, people who are able to own firearms safely should be allowed to own them. There's great uniformity that it's a constitutional right, and so that should not be questioned. There's also great support for research dollars to find out how we can safely prevent firearm injuries. The results were really overwhelmingly in support that the American College of Surgeons should play a role in decreasing firearm injuries and deaths in the US. And there was over 85% consensus on that. So first of all, there was really broad support that this is a public health problem and that the American College of Surgeons should be leading and joining other organizations in addressing this very unfortunate cause of injuries and death in the US.